Today we're going to show you how to score a perfect 10 on your next boardroom presentation and a service that'll help you become the Olympic champion of your office, right here on The Smart Show. Okay, so we're here with Jonathan Boutel from slideshare.com, and he's going to talk to us about sharing PowerPoint presentations. Jonathan, thanks for joining us.
Great to be here, Henry.
So John, we want to talk to you about slideshare.com. Will you tell us what it is exactly?
Our ideal customer is an independent professional who is trying to market their goods and services, and our site can help you connect with other potential customers. They tend to be individuals who do consulting or contracting, and uploading their content to SlideShare was a really good way for them to connect with a bigger audience than they would connect to at a conference itself. Because a lot more viewers come to SlideShare than will be able to attend a given conference.
In general, do you have any tips for us for what makes a great presentation deck?
I think that a lot of times when people think of SlideShare, they think, well, I have to get everything onto my slides because I won't be there to explain what it's about. In our experience, that ends up with a cluttered slide that isn't really convincing and doesn't really connect emotionally with an audience. What people are looking for when they look at a slide on the web is some quick information. So pictures and simple words and phrases are really the best way to convey what it is that you're trying to get across. Use no more than 20 words on a slide, use no smaller than 30-point font, and have no more than 10 slides. Those kind of rules definitely apply on the web as much as they apply when you're pitching to venture capitalists.
What are some tips that you would have for someone when it comes to performing a presentation?
I think it's important not to just stand there and read your slides. I think that's a sure way to put your audience to sleep. Instead, what you want to do is you want to know exactly what you're going to say on every slide and just cut as much as possible away from the slides so that they just serve as a souvenir from the speech that you've given.
Jonathan, thanks so much for joining us, buddy.
Thanks for having me here.
Smart tip.
So, you want to soup up your PowerPoint presentation with fancy photos, but you don't want to have to pay for royalties. Here's a smart tip. Check out creativecommons.org. It's free photographs for professional photographers around the world, and all you have to do to pay them is give them a photo credit. Now that's a smart tip. These Office Olympics offer something that the normal Olympics have never had. A battle decking throwdown. Battle decking works like this. Each of our competitors has 4 minutes to deliver a PowerPoint presentation, sight unseen. And now, let's battle deck.
Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to today's discussion on solutions to the threats of our future. What are they? I'm going to go ahead and tell you. They are the hardest things you can imagine.
Also, be careful of increased energy and anger. People might be sucker punching you left or right, anywhere you go.
Are these threats manageable? No, they're clearly not. We can't control our past. We can't control our present. We are small amoebas out in the earth. What are these solutions? I've just told you. They're viable? No, as viable as a differentiating cell, it's not gonna happen. So what you need to do, floss your teeth, please. Floss your teeth.
The time has come to crown the champion of these Office Olympic Games. The winner is Patrick! Okay, we have talked about battle decking, and who better to talk to than the grand champion at South by Southwest this year. His name is Anil Dash, and we've got him right here on a chat. Let's consider confidence to be an important tip for giving a good presentation. Do you have any others?
I think real empathy. One of the things I see over and over and over is people start with their own assumptions or their own knowledge of their business. And we all have these acronyms we use around the office or this jargon that our industry uses, and we assume our audience knows them. Oh, I don't want to be condescending and explain something. 9 times out of 10, if you start with a couple questions to gauge your audience's level, you know, where are common points of reference, that can go a million miles further. I had a chance to see Al Gore do the Inconvenient Truth slideshow, and it was like, oh, he's got this story, and even if he did forget where he was in the slides, you know, which he wouldn't at that point, but even if he had, he still had his story down, and it wouldn't matter. You could just keep going through. Preparation, rehearsal, like I remember just doing a presentation last week and kicking myself saying, man, if I'd had 2 more hours to just do a couple dry runs with a couple people that I know I can get good feedback from, I would have killed, and instead it was merely okay. It was exactly a week ago, and I'm still sitting there thinking about, I know exactly what I would have said differently here, and I hit that point too hard.
Well, you've communicated well to me, and that's even through the medium of iChat, so thanks a lot, Anil. I really appreciate your time.
Thank you very much for having me. I appreciate it.
Next week on The Smart Show, we're going to talk about something that most Americans ain't getting enough of. Sleep. What'd you think I was going to say?